To be quite honest, Shayla, I have very, very few memories of the Balloon Fest and the events around it.
When you first proposed this question to me, my brain went, how much of my childhood do I actually remember, and where does my memory start?
A lot of it is just stories I've been told by people in the family about the Balloon Fest. My eyes. I've been taking my Adderall. I'll be right back. Medication break. This is your reminder if you are currently medicated by a doctor to take your medicine and have a nice glass of ice water. Thank you. Medication break. Medication break. Down the hatch. Water. Drink 8 ounces so that way the pill can do its thing.
Fest was only a yearly event, and I only lived at the house at the airport for 4 years, so the things I do remember were the balloons constantly being grounded due to wind, but they did need a certain amount of wind to even take off, so it was kind of iffy if they would even fly. And I do remember the kite portion to the Balloon Fest, which I think is a really weird thing to remember. That was obviously done a lot more than the balloons actually being able to fly. I don't ever remember going up in an air balloon, but I might have. I do have a couple of memories from that house. Like, there was a giant hill and to the side of the house, and there was like a pit, like, because there were hangars, because it was an airport. There was like a dip behind the hangars, which I think was a drainway. We always thought, like, as we got older, because we would go back on our way to the grandparents' house, that would be a really cool skate bowl. So, but we just run up and down it as we were older. I think that was like 7 or 8 that we were doing that. I also remember that Uncle Kenneth's house used to be an old hospital, but I don't remember ever seeing the hospital rooms back there. Apparently they were there at some point. The only distinct thing I remember about his house is that the stairway, you could, like, if you're going upstairs, you could see into the bathroom, because I was always scared that somebody would see me using the bathroom. But I remember you telling us stories about constantly having nightmares about his house shifting and changing because it never stopped. Yeah, so that's about it, because that was very, very young in my childhood, so I don't have much more on it. I do remember moving into the new house from the house at the airport. We moved to a new house, which was a very cool house. That's basically where my memory starts, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're watching a film, my memory starts there. So, like, the unpacking and everything, that's where my memory begins. And I know that you have a lot more memories at that house, so you could probably tell some good stories of the Air Balloon Fest that took place at the house on the airport or at the airport. Still can't make up my mind, so I'll give it to you. Tell some stories, because it would be cool to hear your side. And the Balloon Fest was held for me because I am the center of the world.